What's up, YouTube? This is Sakio Castro coming back with another figure review. Obviously keeping on the Spider-Man theme. I'm almost done with Spider-Man. He's coming to a close, and I'm very excited to unleash and unveil some new stuff that I've gotten that has nothing to do with Spider-Man. But this is one of the characters that's kind of a spin-off or just another Spider-Man. Essentially, right now in the Ultimates comic book, right now there is a new character who's half black, half Hispanic, and his name is Miles Morales. Now, Miles Morales is he's a great character because he's a minority, and to get one of the biggest stars in the Marvel Universe to be a minority, or in this case, I'm starting to believe that we're no longer the minority, but we are the majority here, not in the United States. Latin America's going north. But Miles Morales is the new Spider-Man, the Ultimate Spider-Man. So he's got a new costume, and we're gonna see a lot more of him in the next few years. And hopefully, Marvel Universe with Hasbro will come out with a figure for him. Hopefully, it's not some stupid San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but he's just another Spider-Man in the books, man, and I like his story. His origin is pretty cool. It's a little bit more complex than Peter Parker's. But not to leave it out, in the 90s there was a couple characters that were relaunched with the 2099 theme. Doom 2099, Hulk 2099, Ghost Rider 2099. So I think even the X-Men had one. And of course, there is Spider-Man 2099. Now, Spider-Man 2099 is another Hispanic. I think he's Hispanic. I really didn't read the comic book that much, but his name is Miguel O'Hare. So that's not Hispanic. I don't know what is. Mr. Miguel O'Hare works for the I think it says it here, Alchemax Company, and it says here in a future ruled by corrupt and profit-mad corporation, Earth is starved for heroes. Spider-Man 29 is the first of many to fight back against the scheming of Alchemax. Granted his powers in a laboratory accident, he fights the company from within and uses his technical genius to keep the identity hidden from the high-tech public eye security forces. Now, this is Spider-Man 29. Is part of the Steve Rogers Shield wave. As you can see, believe it or not, I'm actually missing these two characters, Doc Samson and Captain Marvel. I do have Spider-Woman here. But he's pretty cool. I've always liked Spider-Man 2099, and as a young Latino growing up, I saw Spider-Man 29, and I related to him a little bit because I was like, wow, we finally get to get our spot. We're not some obscure character; we're a mainstream character. So I'm very excited about Miles Morales. Obviously, both to the African American community and the Hispanic community, because he's half and half. But enough of that. Let's get this bad boy open. I like the color scheme, and I'm going to go over it in a minute. Let's go. And here he is. Spider-Man 2099. Let's get him out of his packaging. Alright, again, Spider-Man 2099 comes with this translucent web. And let's start off reviewing the figure. He is, I've said this a million times, it is the Spider-Man body. It's the same exact Spider-Man body. Obviously the head is different, and the forearms are different, have little spikes on it, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's that awkward, like popping Spider-Man body. On the back, he's got this web cape, which was part of Spider-Man 2099's gear, which I think is cool. He doesn't have the stupid, not the shocker, the Spider-Man web fingers, but he comes with the stand. Wow, I can't get this thing out. Which is Spider-Man 005. And, same articulation. He's got the ball joint shoulders. He's got the single hinged elbow. He's got the ball jointed hips, torso movement, double jointed knee, and of course he's got the pivot swivel ankle. So I'm not gonna use this, looks stupid. First off, I like to talk about the quality of the figure. I love the chrome blue. I'm colorblind, but I think this is blue. Chrome blue paint. The paint app is awesome, as well as the red paint and the skull-looking spider, which is what you would expect. And if you take a look closely at the figure, the paint detail. Let's cover it up that way. Paint detail is pretty cool. I mean, I don't like that little blemish up on it, up over his right eye, and his eyeballs look kind of funny and off, you know. But you know, they're small figures. I don't complain too much. A lot of people complain about paint apps and quality of figure. Listen, man, they make cool figures. People pay $200 something, $400 something dollars for statues. You know, these figures are not that expensive. It's very, very, very cool. Very cool to have in your lineup. Hopefully, Marvel will come out with more $20.99 figures. You know, that was a series that was in the 90s, and not much was heard out of it. But it was a cool concept because they really launched. It's like they took figures that were popular in mainstream Marvel, and they relaunched it. Kind of how they do now. Like they relaunch characters from, you know, the early era of Marvel, and you know, it's what we got today. And now here they take a figure from mainstream popularity and relaunch it as if it were $20.99. Now we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We don't know where Spider-Man is going to be. We don't even know if we're going to be here. But as far as we know, this figure is awesome, and this figure says a lot about the future of how we perceive it and how we see it in modern times. Yeah, we may have hovercrafts and hover jets and stuff like that, but you know, everything is going to get advanced. But with our imagination also advancing, who knows what we're going to think of $30.99. So I hope you enjoyed my small quick review of Spider-Man 2099. If you want to see some comparison, I got my buddy over here who I like to bring out a lot, the Scarlet Spider. As you can see, you know, they're very similar in size. Difference between Scarlet Spider and him is that he's built off, I think, the Deadpool body, and he's built off the original Spider-Man body. So thanks for watching. Subscribe. Enjoy. Check me out in my next post. Take it easy. Spider-Man, Spider-Man,